Also, when looking for UCC ones, like if the bank has a UCC one or someone has it, would that be a Freedom of Information Act?
Yeah, because if they don't give it to you, now they're basically stopping you from being able to make what's called an educated decision or an informed decision.
Got it.
Right, so that's a violation of truthful lending. You have the right to be informed.
Do those go together, the Freedom of Information Act and the UCC 11?
Well, I mean, saying you can do, just don't overdo it. You know what I'm saying? Just pick one. Right? Meaning if they don't give it to you, Freedom of Information Act.
Got it.
All right. So now, because once they finally fold in, now they're gonna have to say, well, sir, we don't have a UCC one. What are you talking about? And don't fight it. Just say, okay, thank you. And now you're gonna do your UCC one. All right. And a lot of times we get a lot of information just by letting them kind of talk. All right, without kind of showing them our moves too early, because they'll tell you. I got a lot of people that will call the bank, especially in federal. They'll say things like, well, you need to fill out our power of attorney. A lot of people get scared. They're like, should we fill out theirs? You can fill out theirs and you can add your terms. Y'all know that? You know you can add your terms.
Addendum?
As is, family. All right, one thing about this, you're gonna have to get your negotiation skills up. Right? But if you can't sit down at the table or be on the phone and articulate the type of deal that you want, all right, it's gonna be very tough for you. Right? All y'all can do it, all right, but you gotta understand what a negotiable instrument. You gotta understand where the money coming from. The money don't come from just because you signed, family. Get that out your mind. All right, get that out your head. All right, it's a full administrative process. All right, it's my head. Okay, cool. All right, now dealing with a trust. It's the same understanding, okay? Let me ask you a question. If we're getting the house in the trust name, who's the owner of the house?
The trust.
All right, so would I be an agent or would I be a trustee?
Trustee.
I'll be a trustee. Okay, now when I come forth to claim the security interest on behalf of the trust, which I think happens the same thing, right? They're gonna deny you, right? All right? Do y'all think it'll be more consequences because I have a trust? Or do y'all think it'll be less consequences if I don't have a trust? It'll be more consequences. Y'all ever heard of constructive trust? All right, meaning you impede on trust business. If the trust comes forth and claim the interest on behalf of the trust, and then the opposing management company says no, can the trust succeed? No. Right? No, this is basic trust law, y'all. Right? If the trust comes forth and claims, the trustee on behalf of the trust claims the security interest that is owed to the trust. Let's say the bank says no. Right? That is what we call constructive trust. Right? You are impeding on trust business. We talk about $1 million lawsuits, man. Right? That's why it's important to get a trust. Right? Don't take all the nigga trust either. Well, let me rephrase that. Somebody understands what's going on. Right? But in your trust, does everybody know how to fund the trust? Raise your hand if you do not know how to fund the trust. Raise your hand if you think you got to use your hard-earned money to fund a trust. A lot of people thought that. A lot of people thought, oh, I thought you had to put $100,000 in the account.
I understand we didn't have to do that.
Nah, yeah, you ain't got to do none of that. So what it is what you want to do is how you, like say I go create a trust right now and call it Fort Lauderdale Trust, okay? All right, let's say I had cars and houses in my government name, all right? All I'm gonna do is do a UCC1, okay? Putting the trust as the secured party, all right? And putting my all caps name as the debtor. What did I just do there? I just changed titles of ownership, right? From the account, right? Didn't I say all receivables, all proceeds that account intakes, now it's under the trust? What did I just do? I just fund the trust, didn't I? But y'all know UCC1 shows a collateral. Now that's an asset, right? If I transfer old names under my trust, I'm funding the trust, man. That's how you fund the trust. Right? It ain't about going to getting a bunch of money and then saying, okay, I put it, no. You got accounts now that's not under the trust name. All right? Do a UCC1, putting the trust as a secured party, putting you as a debtor, basically you saying you submitting all your assets to the trust. You just funded the trust. All right? Now when corporations ask you, does the trust have funds? You say, yeah. They do. Do y'all think we showed them those trust funds? Come on. All right? Which y'all think they go off of? Our words. Our word is our bond. All right? Now, once they say no to that, what do they just do? Impeded on trust business. You see how we got to create the situation? We got to create the crime. Even though it's there, but we got to create it so we can be able to transfer that to the public. All right? Because when we go to court, the judge is going to be sitting there. Remember, the judge might have seen 5, 6 cases before you went up there. Don't tell them what they done said. So you got to understand, you on a time frame when you go up there. You don't got too much time to be trying to explain the whole world. No, get to the point. Okay, let the judge know, hey, I'm here because I performed and they did not accept my payment, Your Honor. Which I think the judge gonna say, well, where did you pay? Well, as you can see in my Exhibit A, Your Honor, Exhibit A1 is my tender, Exhibit A2 is my bill of exchange, A3 is my claim security interest. As you see, Your Honor, I performed by way of tender, by way of negotiable instruments. All right, I was following all guidelines of UCC Article 3. Write that down. UCC Article 3 covers what? Negotiable instruments. I'm telling y'all this now. The judge is gonna ask you, what is that? And you're gonna sit there and say, my signature. It don't work. Okay, you're just gonna be up there practicing. All right? Let them know. Negotiable instrument. I gave them a negotiable instrument. Can everybody say that for me? I gave them a negotiable instrument. Okay, I gave them a negotiable instrument. Because now that opens the door for the judge to say what? Oh, what do you mean? Hey, that's what we want. That's what we like. That's basically the judge saying, keep going. All right, state your case. Right now we gotta do what? Explain what a negotiable instrument is. All right, how do we learn about negotiable instruments? UCC what? 3, Article 3. Remember, Article 3, not Valley 3. When we talk about UCC 3s, that's a Valley.
Got it.
Right? UCC Article 3, all right, talks about negotiable instruments. Okay, because you have to know what that is, because I'm telling y'all this now. If not, I'm sure some of y'all probably went to court before. I'm sure the judge asked you, well, how did you pay? How was this money? And if you don't know how to wrap in the UCCs, my family, you're gonna be up there embarrassed. You're gonna be nervous. You're gonna be discouraged. You're gonna start making the blame game. And it's true. He's asking you, he's asking you questions to see if you actually really know what you're talking about. Do you honestly know how to create credit? That's what it comes down to. Do you honestly know how to control a security interest? Because that's what it comes down to. All right, I peeped in because I remember the bank kept saying, we have a security interest. They kept saying that. This is before I knew. They kept saying, well, we have a security interest, sir. What are you talking about? We have a security interest over the collateral. I did not know what they were talking about. All right, so when they go evict you or repo you, what do they say? All right, he defaulted, and as being that we have security interests on the contract, we can evict. We can repossess him. We can foreclose. Your Honor, we have a security interest. With that, what y'all think the judge doing? Just following their paperwork. He gonna say, is there a contract? Yes. Does it say they have security interests? Yes. So what y'all think the judge gonna do? This? All right, well, I see your state. I see your case. Boom, here you go. All right, it's not rocket science. What we got to do is object their claims of them saying that we didn't pay. All right? They gonna say that this is not money. I'm telling you this now. Y'all gonna try this and say, well, he said I gotta do this. I'm telling you, they gonna say no. All we doing that for is to basically collect evidence. All right? Evidence that we gonna use for what?
The case.
The case. We gotta have evidence. All right? We gotta tell what happened, the genesis of what happened. Hey, I entered John Rosenthal. I was on Zillow looking for a house. I applied to a $5 million house, and this was the address. I reached out to the property management company on this day. I sent them a private administrative process. I sent them an offer. What am I doing? Right? I'm telling the story. Y'all think I got 2 hours to do that? No, y'all think the judge got all day? Some of y'all gonna have great cases, but you're gonna take all day to deliver. You gotta hit points. You don't want to hear about how many kids you got and how long this process took. You don't care about that. All right? They care about, do you understand that you're being sued for not paying? Did you pay? And what are we saying? We're saying yes. All right? I used to say no in the beginning. I was like, well, I can't pay. There is no money. I used to say all that, y'all. Okay? All right, we used to say things like, there is no value. And what are we doing then? There's no value, there's no business. They'll never say there's no value. There's always value. Okay, so now I learned when the judge asked, well, did you pay yes or no, sir? I say yes, I performed, Your Honor. Because payment is what? Performance. Okay, any questions on that before we move forward? All right, now I want y'all to write this down. 15 USC 1605. 1605. Y'all get there, 15 USC 1605. You're watching on your phone. I want y'all to see it for yourselves. Okay, because a lot of people just hear words and it's hearsay if you don't see it for yourself. 15 USC 1605. Okay? It talks about the termination of a finance charge. All right, how many people in here, you gotta raise your hand to yourself, how many people here has a high APR rate? How many people have a low APR rate? Felt good because your payments were less each and every month, right? Most people think because of higher APR rate, that means your credit score was higher, right? All right, did y'all know that the APR rate is owed to you? Say it again, did you know the APR rate is owed to you? I remember when we read 12 USC 1431? It said the banks are supposed to pay interest, all right? What y'all think the APR is? Annual percentage rate, right? That's the interest. So that's what the banks has to pay you for the remainder of the contract. So if you got a 5.5 APR rate, guess what? You're not supposed to be paying that. You're supposed to be collecting that from the bank. Did y'all know we're the real bill collectors? We're the real debt collectors? We ain't doing our job, the bank is able to switch it on us. All right? So your APR rate, all right, remember it's interest that you can use to transfer to cover all obligations. Now remember, the bank's supposed to pay you that, right? Imagine having an 80% APR rate. Some people may laugh at me. Like, damn, got 200 credit score. All right? Think about it. Most people don't want that, all right? I'm telling you, if you have a high APR rate, that just means that's how much more the banks have to pay in interest. Because if we connect in the 12 USC 1431, powers and duties of the banks, of them saying they have to pay interest, and we connect that with 15 USC 1605, where it says that we can transfer interest in the finance charge, okay? That lets you know right there, we need to basically make a claim to the bank. And comes our wave one, which is our what? Offer. All right? When they don't accept the offer, what happens? We go to our what? Wave two, our opportunity to cure. Okay? Then we go into our what? Our enforcement. Are we getting mad, y'all? Are we calling people, cussing people out? No. Are we telling other people what we at in the process? Nobody cares. I mean, people come to me and say, I just started, bro. I don't care. Let me know when you finish. So many people start. Okay, so many people do wave one, wave two, wave three, then get stuck. Because they tell themselves, I know how to sue, and then when it gets real, when the attorneys come, and literally you get told no, when you get your case dismissed, it's very discouraging. All right, but it's also a learning lesson. All right, because when I got my case dismissed, they tell you why you get it dismissed. We'll go over that tomorrow as far as court. All right, because a lot of y'all are gonna lose your first case. I'm gonna let you know. All right, but don't be hard on yourself about it, okay? Because I learned so much through my losses. I learned how to answer to motion to dismiss. All right, I'm gonna teach you how to do that tomorrow. All right, because every time you file a case, I guarantee you, the opposing party that you filed the case on is gonna do a motion to dismiss. Okay, it might be a motion to dismiss for lack of claim. It might be a motion to dismiss for lack of jurisdiction. I'm gonna go all that tomorrow. I'm just kind of letting y'all understand. That's their first swing. All right, meaning after I do my 3 waves, after I can't do anymore, I gotta go do what? Sue, right? After I file my litigation, All right? Now the opposing party has to answer. Their first answer is always a motion to dismiss. Y'all, I'm letting you know right now. So when you get it, not get scared. What you need to do is basically answer. Okay, you got to answer to it. So if they say motion to dismiss for lack of claim, you need to do an answer and basically reiterate why your claim did have a why your verified claim did consist of a claim. You stated that there was security fraud. You hit all the elements. Or you said it was unjust enrichment, but you hit all the elements. All right? And that makes the judge see like, okay, damn, they fighting back. Okay, hearing set for this date. And that's what you want. All right? But can we get to court without knowing our wave 1, wave 2, wave 3? Now, I know y'all was tired of hearing, but what's wave 1?
Offer.
Offer. What's wave 2?
Opportunity to cure.
Opportunity to cure. What's wave 3?
Enforcement.
Enforcement. All right? Meaning we got everything we need before we go do what? We call it the wave 4, which we'll talk about tomorrow. All right? Going over the court process. All right? But I've seen so many people go to court but not have a good private administrative process. I've seen people go to court and sue and not have no evidence. All right? How can you win a court case with no evidence? You can't. Now, again, innately, you think, oh, I got to write that. All right? You will lose a court case based off not following rules and regulations. Small things, family. All right? I've lost court cases over small things. By not answering, by not adding the jurisdiction, or by not stating the jurisdiction. By not stating, hey, this is a 75 case, so it will be held in the 17th District of Broward. That is me stating the jurisdiction. So now if an opposing party come in and say, motion dismissed for lack of jurisdiction, I can answer and say, no, I did state the jurisdiction. You know, I know people lose like that. I know it seems simple, like, wait, should I say this? I know it sounds simple, but so many people lose track of court cases because they try to sue so many people. They learn this information, try to sue 10 people. I'm gonna do my car. I'm gonna do my credit card. I'm gonna do my 5 cars, I got repo. And they try to do them all at once. And I'm letting y'all know now, take your time. All right, some people are probably hearing this information now, like, okay, I gotta start paying my bills now. No, keep paying, keep working, doing what you're doing, but periodically throw some of this information on. All right, read the laws, read these acts that we went over, download AI. All right, for those that don't have ChatGPT, I promise you, if you were to put down your notes right now, copy the paste and put them in ChatGPT and said, hey, I need you to assist me on how to utilize this information to set off my house. Y'all don't think they're gonna build a formula for you? All right, that's your 24/7 free right there. All right, all the questions you have, all the right thing they're dumb, right thing they're smart, ChatGPT. And I wouldn't get the free version. I'd go ahead and invest, get the $200 a month version. Why? Because that's the highest version and that's the premium service. So now when you ask a lot of those court details, all right, it can go that far with you. That free one cannot do that, family. A lot of people say, well, you know, it's free though. I can save it. No, you can't. You just make yourself feel good. All right? You wouldn't have a $200 version if the $200 version did the same thing as a zero version. All right? And I'm telling y'all because I use it. All right? It has helped me win cases. Literally, that lawyers could not figure out. All right, so imagine being able to funnel this information in your ChatGPT. Imagine you putting your contract in your ChatGPT. Hey, Chat, I need you to do Mansa's 3-wave process. Here's what he says goes in the first wave, second wave, third wave. How fast y'all think they will have y'all documents back? I'm being dead serious right now. Y'all gonna answer? Y'all don't know? Y'all know what I just asked you just now.
What was the question? What was the question?
All right, I'm telling y'all, $200 a month ChatGPT. Okay? Now, of course, you can't just jump straight to it. You gotta talk to it, get to know it. All right? Let it know, hey, I'm trying to utilize my interest from moving here on out. I don't want to use income anymore. It needs to know how you're trying to move. It needs to know your intent. All right, let it know you want to use contract law, trust law, UCCs to be able to take advantage of your rights inside of your contracts. Hey, Chat, here's my mortgage. How can we do a 3-way process? I will be downloading that right now. Y'all playing.
Got it.
sure car contract. Now, of course, it may give you some, it may go left, right? But that's why
definitely does.
understanding what you're looking for comes into play. All right? Because if I ask it this, it tells me, no, you can't do that because this. Now that starts my debate training. You know, you might be debating with your chat GPT. I had a debate with mine. He was like, you can't do this. I said, well, doesn't it say 12 USC 1431? Debates on the bars? Well, yes. But I said, well, doesn't it mean that they have to give security interest? And I jailbroke my chat GPT like that, fam. Because now it understands how we're trying to move. It don't tell me you can't do that. But somebody else might tell me, I asked my chat GPT the same thing and it said it doesn't do that. Right? You gotta really give it a name, understand what you're trying to do. Let it know I'm not trying to work no more, chat. I'm tired of this. We need to figure out a plan so we can leverage my security interests from here on out. You gotta tell it. All right, I promise you, go tell it, see where you go, just talk to it. All right, y'all gonna get to the point of she gonna ask you, or he, how would you like me to move? What do you want me to call me? You can give him a name, a title. All right, literally have fun with it, y'all. Get that youth. All right, I know you have imaginary friends, but this is the imaginary friend that can actually help you financially. All right, for sure. Give it a name. All right, download the premium. All right, me personally, I don't really like the 5.1 version. I still use 4.0. To me, I might know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But you can change the version when you get into the app. You can change it at the top. I changed mine to 4. And sometimes you get to 5. I think they put some limitations on it or something like that. Now they're not really giving a lot of legal advice when you use the 5. But when you use the 4, it gives you legal advice. Let me take it a little step further. All right? Because literally, I use literally chat GPT to win cases. Family, I have to tell you about a situation. One of my clients, we sent in the documentation. So the judge, the opposing party, sent a note saying, this is from chat GPT. They're using AI. So my client, like, nervous. They're like, oh my gosh, they called us. I called us. Called what? I'm like, called what? So literally, do y'all know what the judge said? The judge said, if you're going to use AI, you need to certify it. What does that mean? Have y'all ever seen the phrase under penalty of perjury, this stands to be true? That's a certified.